So next up on the potential trading block is Anthony Davis. Since coming into the league in 2012, the man has defied expectations as an individual player. But surprisingly, his individual performances have often been in vain. See, although other players have been able to carry their lesser parts to the playoffs and beyond, Anthony Davis, for the most part, has not. And I want to know what are the exact reasons for that. Is any of it his fault, or no? Let's analyze. My name is Gokul Gopikrishna, and this is Speculation Corner. So to make it kind of interesting, I'm going to start by comparing Davis's statistics over the last 5 years, keeping it relatively recent, and it'll also eliminate some outlier stats that he put up as a result of just being a sophomore or a rookie in the NBA. So let's compare Anthony Davis's statistics when his teams make the playoffs versus when they don't. This year is also included where they're again on pace to miss the playoffs. So in 2014 and 15, and last year where they made the playoffs, AD averaged 26 points per game on 53% shooting from the field in the regular season. He shot 81% from the free throw line, averaged about 11 rebounds per game, and about 2 assists and 3 blocks. In the remaining seasons where AD missed the playoffs, including this current season, AD's averaging 27 points per game on 49% shooting from the field. His average field goal attempts went up slightly. He shot 79% from the free throw line instead of 81, and averaged more free throw attempts per game in these seasons. He averaged almost 12 rebounds per game instead of 11, along with 3 assists instead of 2 and 2 blocks. This season in particular, AD has stepped up, averaging more assists per game than ever, with almost 4.5 assists each outing. From basic statistics alone, it seems AD's just having to do more work and be more of a facilitator, which he's getting better at. But how about advanced stats? AD's player efficiency rating is the highest it's ever been at about 31, very slightly beating out his PER the 2014-2015 playoff season. And admittedly, his statistics this season are only through 41 games, so you gotta keep that in mind. But the rumor is the Pelicans might shut him down for the rest of the season, so 41 games might be all we have. Another interesting stat is win shares. AD's win shares per 48 minutes of play is the highest it's been since the 2014-2015 season. Right now it's 26% compared to the 27% during the 2014-2015 playoff season. And his turnover percentage has also gone down to the second lowest it's been in his career, despite his usage rate being so high at 30%. And to finish it all off, his assist percentage and total rebound percentage have both hit career highs. So, interpreting all of this, it seems AD has more responsibility during his non-playoff seasons, and this season in particular. However, his statistics suggest he's actually living up to those responsibilities and improving as a player and getting teammates more involved. So clearly, AD doesn't seem to be an issue just looking at statistics alone. Let's also look at teammates. In the 2 playoff seasons, Davis has had a solid cast of role players and double-digit scorers, particularly in 2017 and 2018, where he had DeMarcus Cousins averaging 25 points per game, as well as Jrue Holiday averaging 19. 2017-2018 also marked the first time in AD's career where there was a dedicated ball distributor on the court in Rajon Rondo. He finally added direction to the Pelicans' offense that's often missing, even when they're having success. Even right now, Davis's teammates aren't too bad. Jrue Holiday is still putting up 20-plus points per game, and new acquisition Julius Randle is putting up 20 as well. However, the Pelicans lack a solid bench to support the starting unit. Also, failing to resign Rajon Rondo and DeMarcus Cousins really just cannot be excused. The lack of 3-point shooters also continue to hurt the Pelicans. The team ranks 24th in the league in 3-point attempts and 23rd in the league in makes. The inability to shoot threes in today's NBA makes it really hard for the Pelicans to compete, even if Davis is putting up monster numbers. Those monster numbers are often rather easily overshadowed. And to add on, although AD himself plays great defense, the team has the 24th ranked defensive rating in the NBA, and of all things, they rank 30th in 3-pointers allowed to opponents. The only things I can put on AD is being a better leader and possibly clutch performer. The margin of defeat is often small, considering New Orleans does average the second most points per game as a team. I can imagine a lot of those closer games are winnable, especially if AD stepped up more in the clutch to take the team home at the end of the game. Leadership is another thing. This is just an eye test thing for me. He just doesn't seem like much of a leader, either as a vocal leader or a follow my example type of leader. And he's still young, so he can probably grow into that, but that lack of leadership on any level definitely holds the team back. Apart from that, I can't imagine anything else to be blamed on AD. He lacks the right personnel around him to truly carry his team. It's not that all his teammates are shit, it's just that they don't all fit well together, especially for today's NBA. So, really, to wrap it all up, should AD be able to carry his team to the playoffs? Sure, I still think so. But I'd be lying if I said it wouldn't require Herculean effort, especially in the Western Conference. So I guess the real question is, if you're debating if AD is overrated or underrated, you would have to ask, would you expect a Herculean effort out of him or not? And that's something I don't have the answer to right now, but maybe you can give me in the comments. But for now, my name is Gokul Gopi Krishna, and this is Speculation Corner.